Straight ahead on CCX News, after the cold, we'll show you where this weekend's weather created a huge demand. Plus, back from the nation's capital, the mayor of Brooklyn Park takes on a new role to help disadvantaged youth. And later, meet a Maple Grove entrepreneur who's all about fun and games. CCX News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. You have probably noticed some changes around here today.
As you can see behind us, we have a new name, CCX News. It's a name that will help lead us into the future.
And, of course, it will take some time to adjust from our previous name, 12 News. So why CCX?
CCX represents Connected Community Experience. It's a name that helps keep us true to our roots, but also helps move us into our digital future.
People don't watch TV the same. I mean, it's more than just a television set. We're finding that people are consuming our local content on mobile devices, computers, and they want to see it on their schedule, not necessarily our schedule. Granted, we still do operate our channels, and that's very important. In fact, both of them are equally important in terms of operating channels. But channel numbers are becoming hard to distinguish because now we're not only on Comcast, but we're also on CenturyLink. So we have HD channels and SD channels, so it gets really confusing. So what we're trying to do is simplify it and put everything under one brand in terms of all the different things that we do.
And all those different things that we do will stay about the same. We still do news and sports, and we'll also continue to produce content on behalf of the 9 local cities that are part of our founding 34 years ago. And we continue our community access component by allowing the public to create their own programming on our public access channels. So here we go. We're very appreciative that you keep tuning in, and let's get to why we're here in the first place now, and that is local news.
And that takes us to some very busy auto body shops.
Yeah, Eric Nelson visited a Brooklyn Park body shop that is booked solid into the middle of the week.
The recent snowstorm has turned Minnesota into a winter wonderland, creating a postcard-like scene for the holidays. But with the good comes the bad.
Damage-wise, you know, a lot of people sliding, a lot of black ice yesterday especially.
Because of slippery roads and a polar plunge over the weekend, Modern Auto Body in Brooklyn Park is now busy repairing vehicles involved in weather-related crashes.
I've seen quite a few. I think this morning alone in the last couple hours, I think probably about 5, 6, 7, 8.
The Minnesota State Patrol reported more than 1,100 accidents since Friday.
It's kind of the perfect storm.
The extreme conditions made driving very difficult.
Friday when it came through, it was still somewhat warm. Then overnight, you get all the plow trucks and the salt trucks out, the stuff starts to melt. And then you get those cold temperatures overnight, and then it just freezes.
These icy mishaps can be costly.
I've just had one towed in that, you know, probably going to be around the range of about, you know, anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000.
When the snow is swirling and the roads are slick, the key is to drive with caution.
Slow down. Take your time. Get off your cell phones. You know, just pay attention to the road and pay attention to the people around you. You know, just be careful.
Another winter tip is to make sure you have tires with good traction.
Some of the ones that have a lot of damage, first thing we look at is their tires. There's no tread on these tires. Make sure you've got a good set of tires, all season tires, not just a set of tires, a good set of all seasons.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Those winter tips could come in handy later this week. There is a chance of snow showers on Wednesday and then a wintry mix on Christmas Day.
A Robbinsdale police car was totaled after being struck by a suspected drunken driver. The incident happened on Thursday night outside of North Memorial Hospital. A Robbinsdale police officer had just parked his car on Oakdale Avenue. Moments after the officer walked into the hospital, another vehicle hit the squad car, forcing it up onto the sidewalk. The driver of the car was treated for minor injuries. Police say they believe alcohol was a factor in the crash.
There's no different legal repercussions for striking a police vehicle versus a private vehicle on the roadway. However, with DWIs, the penalties are already severe.
Robbinsdale police arrested the driver on suspicion of driving while impaired, but formal charges are still pending. Brooklyn Park Mayor Jeff Lundy says there's still a lot to do when it comes to closing an opportunity gap for young people of color.
Brooklyn Park has been part of an effort to do that called My Brother's Keeper. And after a White House summit recently, the mayor says it will continue.
Because this work isn't a 3-year endeavor, it's going to be a generational type effort.
Just back from a White House summit on the future of My Brother's Keeper.
So we put out a call for action across the country. And I've just got to say the response was incredible.
Mayor Lundy and other organizers from across the country heard the president's call to turn up the effort.
To folks who are investing and supporting this effort, thank you, but we are just scratching the surface.
Brooklyn Park was on board quickly when President Obama launched the program 3 years ago. It's designed to help young people like Haney Farah find the skills they need to succeed. Farah interned with the city of Brooklyn Park in 2015 through the program. The goals include finishing school, finding a job, and reducing violence.
We've also got to go deep into places like juvenile facilities in our prisons.
Lundy says the program will continue even after Obama leaves office.
The plight that's affecting some of these young boys isn't about politics. It's about opportunity, and so we need to kind of look past that. And I think that's what the message was.
Lundy sees this as a community-driven project with the city acting as a coordinator. After his meeting at the White House, Lundy says there will be a focus on mentorships that he hopes can lead to the kind of opportunity that can change other problems.
It costs less to stop a kid from getting in trouble than to wait till they get in trouble.
Mayor Lundy says he's been asked to be a member of a national board for My Brother's Keeper. He says that should help get Brooklyn Park's efforts in front of a national audience.
One of Minnesota's last remaining survivors of the Pearl Harbor bombing has died. Earlier this month, we interviewed Richard Gardy at his Maple Grove senior living home. On December 7, 1941, he was an 18-year-old gunnery sergeant serving in the United States Marine when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. But we're sad to report that Gardy passed away on Sunday morning at Maple Grove Hospital. When we interviewed him just 2 weeks ago, he shared one important wish for the future.
I just hope we never have another Pearl Harbor.
Gardy was 93 years old. Friends say he was passionate about Eagle Scouts and always presented a U.S. flag to them at their ceremonies. Coming up, a Maple Grove man dreams up a new game, but he just needs a few more bounces to go his way.
And then later in sports, Maple Grove and Park Center battle in a top 10 matchup in boys basketball.
But first, we are thawing out. Temperatures actually rise above freezing on Tuesday.
Welcome back, everyone. A Maple Grove family is having some fun with a new invention.
In this week's Business Matters report, it's a game idea with the potential to become a business. At the Maple Grove home of Mike and Amy St. Martin, there's a lively game among family and friends.
Okay, who's that?
There's colorful cups and ping pong balls and never a dull moment. Welcome to PlingPong, a fast-paced elimination game that crowns the last player with remaining cups a winner.
You get balls that'll jump, 5 cups over as you're shooting them. Also, you get a surprise shot. There's a lot of wow moments for people playing the game, so it's pretty fun.
Mike St. Martin, a civil engineer, dreamed this game up last February.
I get something stuck in my head, and I can't really get rid of it. So I started brainstorming, sketching, and that's kind of my happy place, going to that kind of stuff.
Taking it from a brainstorm to an actual 3D printed prototype is a process that involves game testing with family and friends.
We've had so much fun playing it for 6 months now, 9 months now, and every time it's always fun, and it's different. There's no 2 games are the same.
We know we love it, and our family and friends, we all have fun with it, with people that have played, but is everybody else gonna like it? You're just not really sure.
Now the St. Martin family will get a chance to find that out with a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign aimed at raising $95,000 by January 12th. If they can raise the money, the game will be manufactured, and it could end up on store shelves.
We'll ship it out to all the people that actually pledged on Kickstarter, and that'll give them the game in hand, and then we have a proven product, and hopefully go to Amazon and then get out to retailers like Target and Walmart and all the rest of the folks.
It's a big goal, but along the way, this blended group of family and friends is having fun. One toss and a few bounces at a time.
There's nobody on their phones, nobody's, we're all communicating and having fun, just good, genuine fun with each other.
If you are interested in learning more about the Kickstarter campaign for this game, we have a link set up on our website. And they just launched the Kickstarter campaign last week, so they have a mountain to climb to get to that $95,000, but real potential to get that store or get that game into households if they can raise the money.
A game you can't play on your phone. That's a good thing.
You cannot. Coming up, something positive that came out of this extremely chilly weekend.
But first, the Wayzata girls hockey team skates after a win at the Lake Conference Showcase Day. John Jacobson has that and more next in sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Park Center and Maple Grove each came into their boys basketball showdown unbeaten and ranked in the top 10 in Class 4A. The game lived up to the advanced billing. Nick Schroeder and the Crimson facing James Ware and the Pirates. Tawan Pickford provide a spark for Maple Grove. It's a huge dunk as they get out to an 11-4 lead on Park Center. But the Pirates rally. Lucini Kamara to Emmanuel Tamba for 2 of his 10 points off the bench. Jarius Cook buries a 3 from the right side for the Pirates. They tie the game at 28 at the half after a slow start offensively. Second half, Crimson star Brad Davison sinks a long 3-pointer to give his team a 50-48 lead. Davison scores 19. Tamba drives and kicks it out to Kamara, who knocks down a big 3 ball to tie the game at 54 with 3.5 minutes to play. Maple Grove down 1, looking for the go-ahead hoop, but Kamara steals the pass and scores. Park Center takes a big 61-56 win over Maple Grove. Those same 2 schools met in girls basketball. The Pirates are a top 10 team in Class 4A, and Maple Grove has some good talent and should play most teams tough. This one went back and forth all night at Maple Grove High School. Crimson take an early lead, but Summer Blakemore's 3 ties it up for the Pirates. Blakemore with 5 threes in the game. Katrina Tice scores off the inbound pass, and the Crimson are back in front. Tice with 16 points on the night. Danielle Schaub to Michaela Hayes, who scores in the paint. Pirates lead by 4. Hayes with 12 points in the game. Autumn Malinar passing to Skylar Dodge for the quick catch-and-shoot jumper, tying the game once again. Ann Simonette shovels a pass to Charles Nickens underneath for 2 more Park Center points. At the other end, watch Tice fight through the double team here to score and draw the foul. Crimson looking to stay with the Pirates. Park Center connects on 10 3-pointers in game, though, including this corner 3 from Megan Dubois. 67-56 Pirates the final. They'll host top-ranked Hopkins on Tuesday. Also in the Northwest Suburban, Champlin Park was at home to face Anoka. Megan Municky to Erica Hicks for the layup. Rebels lead by 9 in the second half. Anoka's Noelle Josephson will drive to the basket and draw the foul. Tornadoes cut the lead down to 6. Champlin Park, though, holds that lead. Nice steal by Amanda Pollard here. Delivers a dime to Hicks. She nets 22 points in the game to lead the Rebels. Allison Garrett has come back from a serious knee injury to play well early this season for Champlin Park. She nets 15 points in the game. The Rebels' transition game delivered a lot of points in this game. Hicks scores. Champlin Park wins 66-53. They're now 4-2 on the season. Back to boys basketball, where Hopkins entered their game against Edina, 1 spot ahead of Maple Grove at number 3 in the rankings. Tough game on the road, though, for the Royals. They do start well. Anthony Davis driving and scoring. Royals jump out to a quick 7-0 lead. Hopkins freshman Blaze Beauchamp with a long 3, plus a foul to 12-point Royals lead. They're up 14 at the half. But the Hornets shoot well early in the second half. Walt McGrory's 3 cuts the Hopkins lead to 48-42. Then it's Anders Nelson with a great pass to Jack Middleton, and the lead is down to 3. McGrory with another long ball. Edina takes a 52-50 lead. McGrory with 31 points in the game. Middleton drives hard for the basket and foul, giving Edina the lead. The Hornets go on to pull the upset, beating Hopkins 73-63. It was a day of hockey Saturday at the Plymouth Ice Center. The annual Lake Conference Showcase featured 3 varsity girls games. The Wayzata Trojans were on their home ice to take on Prior Lake. Natalie Heising passing to Emily Wisniewski, her shot on net. Heising there to score on the rebound, and the Trojans are up 1-0 on the Lakers. Lakers tie it, but then Wayzata goes back in front. Wisniewski with some nice moves here, scores. It's 2-1 Wayzata after a period. Coach Jess Christopherson's team leads 3-1 in the third period when the Lakers get one back. Katie Huntington snapping off the shot from the circle to make it a 3-2 game. Now Trojans answer that at a Hackley shot. Karam's off the boards to the stick of Ashley Greenfields. She gets it to Jackie Russo for the goal. Wayzata wins 4-2. The Trojans will host Chaska on Tuesday. And Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, enjoying winter in a way you might not have tried before.
Yeah, we head to Golden Valley for some ideas when we come back.
You have heard of the Santa Fe Railway. Well, this is the Santa Railroad, and you'll find it in the front yard of a home on Sumter Avenue in Brooklyn Park. It's part of a big holiday lights display there, and we are keeping an eye out for more displays that help light up the holidays as we move closer to Christmas. If there is one in your neighborhood, let us know where it is by sending an email to news@ccxmedia.org. Finally, the weather is back in our favor to get outside and actually enjoy the outdoors.
Brookview will open its recreation trails in Golden Valley on Tuesday, and you can use them for cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or fat tire biking. If you don't have a fat tire, you can rent one for $25 for 2 hours of use. Also new this winter is disc golf on Brookview's 18-hole course. And because of this weekend's chilly temperatures, which made for excellent ice-making conditions, the city expects to open its skating rinks and warming houses on Wednesday. So here we go. Let's all get outside and enjoy winter a little bit.
Hooray for winter now, right?
That'll do it. That's it for us. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again on Tuesday, starting at 4 o'clock.